What if the world you know never existed? What if freedom, democracy, and human rights had been crushed under the weight of tyranny? What if the Nazis had won World War II? To imagine this alternate reality, we must first understand just how close the world came to the edge. The year is 1941. Nazi Germany controls almost all of Europe. Britain stands alone. The Soviet Union reels under invasion, and the United States has not yet entered the war. Victory for Hitler's Third Reich was not unthinkable. It was possible. But let's imagine a chilling twist. The Nazis break Britain's resistance. The Soviet Union falls by 1943. The United States, isolated and hesitant, negotiates peace. By 1945, the swastika flies from London to Moscow. In this alternate 1950s, the globe is divided into two spheres of power. The Greater German Reich dominates Europe and Africa, while Imperial Japan rules East Asia and the Pacific. The dream of democracy is extinguished. Berlin becomes the new Rome, a sprawling megacity rebuilt in marble, iron, and concrete. The Volkshalle, an enormous dome taller than the Empire State Building, towers over parades of millions. Meanwhile, in America, a fragile truce holds. But whispers of underground resistance stir as Nazi influence creeps into US politics and culture. For the average citizen inside the Reich, life is a paradox. On the surface, order, prosperity, gleaming highways, and new technology. The jet age arrives earlier. Rockets streak across the skies. Television becomes a tool of propaganda, saturating every home with the Führer's voice. But beneath this polished exterior lies terror. Entire populations are erased from history. The Holocaust in this timeline does not stop. It expands. Eastern Europe becomes a wasteland of forced labor camps and mass resettlement projects. Languages, cultures, entire peoples vanish into silence. In our reality, the Cold War was a tense standoff between democracy and communism. But in this dark world, the Cold War is between Berlin and Tokyo, two empires of brutality competing for dominance. Nuclear weapons exist, but diplomacy does not. The world teeters on constant annihilation, not over ideology, but over raw, merciless conquest. And in the shadows, secret resistance movements emerge. In London, Paris, Warsaw, and even New York, hidden radios broadcast forbidden messages of freedom. But they are hunted, silenced, erased. A whisper becomes a death sentence. By the 1970s, technology surges forward under dictatorship's iron grip. The Reich pioneers manned space travel, not for exploration but for dominance. Moon bases become symbols of power, not hope, but innovation suffers. Without free thought, without creativity, progress bends to control. Science is enslaved to weapons. Medicine advances only for the elite, while millions perish in silence. The dream of the internet, global connection, free expression, it never arrives. Instead, every screen, every frequency belongs to the Reich. And here lies the haunting question. What does a world without freedom look like? Not just the loss of nations, but the loss of imagination. A world where art is censored, history rewritten, truth obliterated. Where your thoughts are not your own. Where love, laughter, and dreams are rationed by ideology. This isn't just about borders or battles, it's about humanity itself. But history did not end this way. Sacrifice, courage, and resilience stopped the march of tyranny. Millions fought. Millions died. So the swastika would never fly over our world. And yet, we must ask, if freedom can be lost once, could it be lost again? What if the Nazis had won? Or worse, what if next time someone else does? History is fragile, protect it. The future depends on what we choose today.